Just one thing, Santiago. All right, we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, nice, 1, and 0. So we're going to start off session 4 with some notes. I'm going to use some musical notes for poetry. Talk to someone sitting next to you. Why on earth are you doing that? Why on earth? Pero no en español, señor. In English. In English.
Poetry sounds like
Three, 2, 1. So, this is it. We have to think about how poetry sounds. That's one of the most beautiful things in the world. Is thinking about the sound of poetry and figuring out. All right. We have to understand how a poem sounds. One of the things you're going to be doing tomorrow in your poetry groups is you are going to be presenting one poem to the rest of the class. You are going to read it out loud. You are all going to take turns reading it. So you might just have parts, sections. You'll figure that out. You're going to need to talk about mood, about techniques, about theme, all of the stuff we've been talking about. You will present to the class tomorrow. So one of the key things is knowing how to read a poem. So I'm going to show you how I do that. One of the things we do, we have to know how it feels. We have to read it first. Very rarely can you just look at a poem and read it out loud. It's usually a travesty, a train wreck, an awful event, because you haven't really felt what the poem is and you don't know how you're going to read it. If I go back to, where am I? There we go. If we go back to the hungry waves, there's a few things I need to think about before I read it out loud. I have to think about, what does it communicate? If I'm like, the hungry waves along the shore chase each other with the roar. They raise their heads and wide and high, toss their hair against the sky. They show their teeth in rows of white and open up their jaws to bite. I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't fit at all. I mean, it rhymes. I went with the rhythm, but I didn't communicate the message of the poem. Okay? The other thing you have to do, and we haven't really talked about this specifically, is you have to understand syllables in some way, because poets use syllables to give you the rhythm. Okay? So that's kind of how you figure out how you scream and how you shout. You listen to the rhythm of a poem and then look above. So you have to kind of read it through a few times. You want to get the feeling. You want to get the rhyming down. Because when things rhyme, you want to hit that rhyme. Right? You don't want to be like, the hungry waves along the shore chase each other with. Roar, they raise their heads. Okay, you need to know where things start, where things end, what the commas are there for. All right? You have to really pay attention to the rhyming and the structures of the poem, the mood, the theme, every single thing we've been talking about in order to present that properly. Okay? So, again, those are the ideas you have to kind of think about. Are you going to go fast, slow, quiet? Are you going to pause? Sometimes a pause can be the most powerful thing in the world. It's pausing to give people a chance to collect themselves and want to find out more. So in order to perform a poem, you have to be doing all the work that we've talked about before. And that is what your group will be doing tomorrow. One poem and presenting that poem. Reading it, everyone taking a turn, having a part, talking about the mood, talking about the structures, talking about the theme. You're going to choose that poem today, practice it today, and you will have until Where are we?
9:45.
9:45 to do that work so that you're ready for tomorrow. Okay. All right, so there is no exit slip today. That's what it is. It's right there. Is that every time, even if you're reading a poem in your head silently, you should be thinking about the sound it's making. And you should be thinking about what that poet has done intentionally, with thought, with careful choice and care, and respect that work that that poet put into things. Kind of think of a way to read that. And again, that's the work you're going to be doing with the group today. So tomorrow, first thing, you will be presenting to the group. Okay? All right, I will give you your folder so you can get to work. Let's do this. Once a group chooses a poem, that poem is off the board. Because I don't want to listen to the same poem 6 times. Oh no. How did this happen? Oh, okay, good.
So like I don't understand. So